On in the tag team match, introducing in the corner to my left at a combined weight of 441 pounds, Ken Lucas and Ray Harris. Lucas and Harris. Their opponents at a combined weight of 472 pounds, Dennis Condry and Randy Rose. Condry and Rose.
I always see the Southeastern Tag Champions, Condrey and Rose, against Ray Harris and Ken Lucas. Tag action today on Southeastern Wrestling. Still to come, our television main event, which will be a Southeastern Heavyweight Championship match, Les.
That's right. Ron Bass will be defending that title against Roy Welch. But right now, it's Randy Rose out against Ken Lucas. Respective starters for their teams. And, of course, Ken Lucas, a battle in the first water. Brad Rose hanging on tight to those tag team belts. Right now, the Armstrongs breathing down their neck. Hip block by Rose. Lucas kicks him away. Luke on the move now. Hooks that arm bar. Windmills it. Rose over. Kicks free.
And the two in the corners with much respect for each other, I would imagine. Back into grip, center of the ring. Side headlock by Rose.
If you don't have a lot of respect for Ken Lucas, don't wrestle him because he's going to annihilate. There's no doubt about that. Randy Rose, I'm sure, is aware of that. But Rose, no slouch himself by any stretch of the imagination. Nice block by Luke.
Ken Lucas, one of the favorites in the Southeastern wrestling area. And we mentioned earlier that professional wrestling has been used for many years as fundraisers in schools, clubs, civic organizations, any nonprofit organization. And if your school or club in your community are interested in having wrestling in your community as a fundraiser, you can write us at Southeastern Championship Wrestling, P.O. Box 1089, Dothan, Alabama, 36301.
The knee lift by Randy Rose to Ray Harris. Of course, Harris will be the man they'll be keying on here, Charlie. Ray, the least experienced. They'll try and wrestle around Lucas and try and corner Harris and keep him in check. Nice breakdown there by Dennis Condry at the front face lock. Harris trying to move back to his feet. Harris spotting the weight here. Ray, a tough competitor, learning with each outing. Nice switch there. Coming up reversal onto the hammerlock on Dennis Condry. But Condry and Rose, as I've said time and time again, they'll peck away at you. They'll find a weakness. They'll stay with it until they can defeat you. They're not an awesome big play tag team, but they can take you so many ways, and they've proven it time and time again. Tenaciously hang on to those belts. Harris trying to sit down now. Condry blocking. Use that weight. The corner Nelsons him and hits him. Harris being locked down now. Ray needs to reach up and make that tag. Let's see if he's going to, but Condry holds him off with the full Nelson. There's where the weight, the power, the size of Condry comes in handy with Harris. Rose over onto that second rope. It's legal as long as he does not make the dive or the jump off that top rope. Rose takes him in, shoots him across the ring now. Hooks in. Good move by Randy Rose, and Charlie, Rose, and Condry are doing exactly what we were talking about, keying on Ray Harris.
And on the count of two, Randy Rose pulls his man up. Tag is made with his cousin Dennis Condry, and they continue to administer the punishment here to Ray Harris.
That front face lock, very, very effective for Dennis now, applying the pressure. And Harris trying to make the corner. Let's see if he's going to reach him.
He's inching his way over. Possibly the tag was made. It was not seen by ring official Larry Brock.
Brock missed that tag, and of course that means the tag was unofficial. Rose, that flying dive there, clotheslining Harris, and Rose pulls him up by the hair. They're planning on doing a little damage here, Charlie.
Two count again, and Randy Rose pulls his man up. Tag is made with Dennis Condry. You gotta hand it to him. Dynamic tag team combination, the Southeastern Tag Champions. Rose and Condry, and the tag is made with Lucas. Lucas fires away at Condry. Lucas coming over. Catching Rose, back over to Condry.
Luke trying to neutralize both of them at the same time and doing a fair job of it right now. Right hand at Kenny's.
Lightning fast.
Luke takes him across. Ring goes for the sleeper. Kenny had to move here. Rose off that second rope and breaks it up. Condry moving back at Lucas now, and Kenny stunned from the assault from behind by Randy Rose. Dennis Condry taking full advantage, makes the tag. Rose moves in, and Rose and Condry switching well. They've got the advantage on the veteran now. Let's see how they're going to handle it, Charlie.
And it's Rose. Lucas, good move by Kenny. Snap there, takedown, Ken Lucas.
Drives that knee in there, Charlie. Luke's going to drive to the pin, gets the 2. Rose bails out.
Ken Lucas, a hard man to hold down in that ring. Both men colliding, and both men are down.
Both men stunned, Charlie. The referee starts a double count here on both wrestlers.
Both men needing to make tags. Luke makes a tag with Ray Harris, and we have 2 fresh men in the ring.
Rose blocking Harris momentarily, slowing him down. Condry takes advantage, turns to the eyes of Ray Harris. Harris in trouble now, and Condry, realizing the fresh man in, tried to neutralize him immediately and did it. Dennis Condry on the attack now with Ray Harris. Harris backs him into the ropes, though. And there's Rose in again, and here they are pecking away. Lucas moves in, and he's being put out by referee Larry Brock. Rose stays in for his team now. Sends Harris across to the elbow of Dennis Condry.
Rose takes Harris into the ropes. Power slam.
And they've got it on the 3 count with the power slam. Randy Rose with a mighty press wins it for Condry and Rose.
And your winners of the match, the Southeastern Tag Champions, Randy Rose and Dennis Condry. And there that excellent teamwork pays off again. Coming out to join us, the father-son wrestling team, and now tag team partners, Bob and Brad Armstrong. And Bob, Southeastern tag titles are very much on the minds of the Armstrongs, and let's roll some videotape right now of a recent match in which you were in action against the tag team champions.
That's right. Brad and I have been pushing for those tag team titles, and this is a match like we have with Condrey and Rose. It got rough and rugged. Brad and I seem to be holding our own here, and we've been trying like all get out to get those tag team titles. We've come so close, Charlie, so close, but yet so far, you know. And right here you'll see in a second or two where things get kind of wild and woolly. And like I've said so many times, when you see Condrey and Rose, you see Saito. And in this match, things were going our way, and then the tables turned. As you know, it can in pro wrestling. One good lick will change things around for you. Now, they got me going pretty good here, threw Brad out of the ring. And they seem to have things going their way. And here Condrey comes in, hits me while Rose is holding me, which is one of their favorite tactics. They like a 2-on-1 situation. They like for one man to hold him while the other one beats the devil out of him. But you can see Rose now, he's having a field day. He's knocking my head around. He thinks everything is real sharp. But I got in a pretty bad way here, and I just started swinging, just started hitting anybody that was close, started knocking, jumping, jiving, hitting anybody I could, just trying to keep from getting my shoulders pinned. Here came Brad. He started in on them, and for a minute there, we looked like things were going to go our way. You'll see in just a second here, there's Condrey. Blinded Brad, he'll start to slam him here, but Brad used a real good move. When he comes up, he kicks, goes behind and right into the abdominal stretch. Rose did me the same way. I kicked back, and right here, we had them both. It looked like that the tag team titles would be ours. We had them both down, pinned, and here comes Saito as usual. But, you know, this time we had an ace in the hole. We've kind of formed an alliance with Paul Orndorff, and here comes Paul and kept things from getting real bad, and we had just turned into an all-out fight, and, brother, everybody started fighting, knocking, and scratching. And I'm just real thankful Paul was watching the match, because if he hadn't, you know, we might have suffered permanent injury or something. Everybody was fighting and knocking. Finally, they decided discretion was the better part of valor, and they took a powder. Now, the only thing good about this was that we didn't get hurt. But the thing that was real bad about it is we didn't win the titles. Because, as you know, on a disqualification, the titles don't change hands, and they use that quite often. Here you can see they raise our hands. We won the match, but it was kind of a shallow victory, because when you fight that hard and that long and you think you got things going your way and you see those tag titles in your eyes, and then Mr. Saito enters. Just like I said, I want to thank Paul for coming in. It prevented bodily injury, but we didn't get the titles. They've still got them. We're still pushing. And you know, you notice there a lot of that match was all 4 men in the ring at the same time. Now, there's a match they call the Tornado Tag Team match. That's where all 4 men in the ring all the time, no tagging. You don't have to worry about bag jumping. From the start, from the time the bell rings, all 4 men can be in the ring and just fight it out. And I think that's what we're going to have with Condry and Rose to get it settled one way or the other.
Thank you very much for joining us, Bob and Brad Armstrong, and our television main event is coming up.
p.m. That Boutwell box office opens at 6:30. For reservations and information, call 322-7798. With me, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Randy Rose and Dennis Condry. They defend those titles Monday night in a Tornado Rules match. That's all 4 wrestlers in the ring at the same time. And let's hear from their opponents, Bob and Brad Armstrong.
You know, when we get to Boutwell Auditorium there in Birmingham, we ain't got to worry, Brad, about tagging in and out, about them jumping us in the back and everything, because we're going to start with all 4 men in the ring, and it's going to be legal. A tornado match, and it is for the Southeastern Tag titles. How many weeks now have we had them jumping in without tagging here and there, doing everything, stomping on our heads? So now, in Monday night, we're going to start. The referee's going to be there just to hear a man give up or count them shoulders down. 4 men, 8 arms, 8 legs, swinging and knocking. Well, I shouldn't say 4 men. I should say 2 men and 2 sissies. But I'll promise you this, there'll be a lot of jaws jacked in Boutwell.
Gentlemen, the belts are on the line. All 4 wrestlers in the ring at the same time.
You know, Thatcher, when we step in our cars and start that trip to Birmingham, we have a long time to think about exactly what we're going to do to our opponents. We have a long time to think how we put these hams upside them heads, how we can bust them open, and how we want all 4 of us to be in the ring at once. That's exactly what we want, Armstrong, and that's the way it's going to be. And we're going to find out once and for all who is the best.
Randy, it's a tough type of competition. Your belts are at stake.
Bob Armstrong's talking about sissy. Let me show you sissy. We'll stick this thing up your, you know what, Bob Armstrong, and you're going to find out sissy. Have you ever seen a sissy with something, Mr. Big Boy? Let me tell you something. Our cousin Jewel Aiken, he told us about the tornado match. You ain't never been in no tornado, son. There ain't no sissy going to be in that ring except for your son, illegitimate son.
A Super Southeastern Wrestling lineup Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium.
Our next match is a Southeastern Heavyweight Championship title match. This is a title match. Introducing the challenger in the corner to my left at 224 pounds from Oklahoma, Roy Welch. Roy Welch. And the champion at 280 pounds from Pampa, Texas, Ron Bass. Ron Bass.
Big outlaw Ron Bass, Southeastern heavyweight champion, taking on Roy Welch.
Bass very proud of that championship belt. And of course, a lot of tough men waiting in the wings for a shot at that Southeastern heavyweight belt. And one of those men joining us now at the desk, Ron Fuller.
I hope y'all don't mind. I'd like to watch this match really close up because once I get things rolling, it's going to be this guy right here I'm going to be looking at because I'd certainly like to be the Southeastern champion. Bass is certainly a big, strong man and quite a wrestler. For his size, he probably moves around as well as anybody in the country. There's a nice move. I like seeing that right off.
Missing that headbutt. Roy moving, waiting in the arm drag. Nice takedown. And Roy's geared up for this one.
Well, I think Bass may have overstepped his boundaries by putting up the title here today on television, and I think he may be a little bit overconfident. Roy Welch is a great wrestler. He's got a wrestling background, and he's a fine competitor in the ring, and he's going to give Bass a heck of a match, I'd say.
Bass breaking down using the hair there. Roy was able to get him back up. There again with that using the leg. For a little leverage, takes his man back down, and Roy's digging in and hanging tough on that offense.
Bass using that bottom rope for the break. Going through the bottom rope.
You know, I feel like that Bass may not be able to hang on to the Southeastern Championship too much longer anyhow. Lucas is certainly wanting to get his hands on him. And Lucas may end up winning the championship before I could even possibly get a shot at it. But I'd certainly like the chance of the Southeastern Championship. It's the biggest, most prestigious title in the southern United States, no doubt about it.
Roy's using Bass's size and weight to his advantage thus far, Ron, and he's done a very good job of controlling Bass.
Well, he's staying real low, and he's staying underneath that weight, and he's able to maneuver around and use some arm drags and some takedowns. Bass is an awfully big man and a strong man, but Roy's using that speed to his advantage, which is smart. It's the only thing he can do, wrestling a man the size of Bass.
Droppers like one. Takes Bass once again to that canvas.
Bass trying one of his favorite maneuvers there to make the referee think that his opponent pulled his hair. He's famous for that maneuver.
Bass puts him into the ropes and goes for that cheap shot with a knee on the break, and this could change the tide of battle.
Well, Bass, once he opens up, he's the type of guy that likes to stay right on top of you. He'll keep you going as much as he can and take advantage of you as much as possible at that point.
And now, wait a minute. We got another fight going outside of the ring over that broadcast disc. We've got two matches actually taking place.
Ron Bass and Roy Welch in the ring. Ron Fuller, as you can see, and Jimmy Golden on the floor of our studio. Golden came to the desk, grabbed Ron Fuller, and this is the result. Bass out now to help Golden, tearing the shirt off of Ron Fuller, and Fuller's in a situation where he's got 2-on-1. Golden and Bass shoving Fuller into the ring, moving in. Fuller blocking Golden, going in low. Ken Lucas moves out. He jumps in to help out here, grabs Ron Bass. Fuller, Golden, Bass, and Lucas battling it out in that ring. Stan Lane moving out now. Lane goes in and starts in behind Lucas now. Jerry Stubbs goes in the ring.
Saito coming in.
I think every wrestler we've got in the contract, John, is how much they pay Paul Orndorff now. Bass is using in that ring. The match between Bass and Roy Welch, and you see the result.
We need to get out of this and try to restore some kind of order. Let's get out of it, Jerry. And the super lineup of Southeastern Championship Wrestling. For reservations and information, call 322-7798. The bout will box office open 6:30 Monday night. In a non-sanctioned Southern Street Fight match, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Jimmy Golden. For the Southeastern Heavyweight title, Ron Bass takes on Ken Lucas. Southeastern Tag Team title, Tornado Rules, all four men in the ring at the same time, as Randy Rose and Dennis Condry go against Bob and Brad Armstrong. The Alabama State Heavyweight Championship match, Mr. Saito takes on Paul Orndorff. In a challenge match, Jerry Stubbs takes on Stan Lane, and Bearcat Brown goes against El Diablo. Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium, non-sanctioned Southern Street Fight match, the Tennessee stud against Jimmy Golden, plus 3 title matches. Monday night, Boutwell Auditorium, match time 8 o'clock.
A lot of wrestling excitement Monday night, Birmingham's Boutwell Auditorium, bell time 8 p.m. With me, the new Alabama State Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Paul Orndorff, and Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud. Orndorff defends that title against the man he defeated for the belt, Mr. Saito, on Monday night, and Ron Fuller goes against cousin Jimmy Golden in a Southern Street Fight match non-sanctioned by Southeastern Wrestling. Let's hear now from Golden and Saito.
Muzzlehead Paul Orndorff, last time you cheat me. I'm so hot. This next Monday night, this big, strong chop, and all over chop in the face. Face chop, head chop, body chop, leg chop. You knock down, you take a hospital. You know I'm tough Japanese. You know it.
Right on, Brother Saito. You know that Ron Fuller is a sick man. He's like Skippy Boy from Japan. Let me tell you something, Fuller. Don't you dare wear no T-shirt out there with that trash written all over it, because I will tear it off of you, sonny boy, like I did here in this studio today. And let me tell you something more, further boy there. Dirt farmer, tater farmer, when I get there, I'm going to be sporting a 3-piece suit, baby. I'm going to be walking that walk and talking that talk, and I'm going to kick your butt, son, like you ain't never had with this leather strap. I'm going to beat you black and blue, boy. Your mama ain't going to know your face.
Well, Paul, Saito is very upset about losing that title.
You know, that's very true. He said I went out and stole that belt. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But one thing remains, that I do have that belt, Saito. And when I step into that ring with you, there's going to be a lot of things happening out there. You know, I haven't forgot what you did to me on that TV when you split my head open. I haven't forgotten that one bit. And if you're expecting a wrestling match from me, well, you're mighty wrong. Because when I step into that ring with you, all heck's going to break loose, brother. Somebody's going to get hurt, Saito, before this is all over.
Ron, this is the match you've been wanting.
That's right. Non-sanctioned. Nobody wants to touch it, but come Monday night in Boutwell, I'm going to be kicking your butt with these boots, Jimmy Golden. I'm going to be wearing them. I got a bunch of these. I ain't got just one. I got about 4 or 5 of them, and exactly what they say is going to come true Monday night. Your butt is mine in Boutwell.
Now, Les, it is obvious that this feud situation between Golden and Fuller is nowhere near its end.
It's certainly not. We want to mention that next week on Personality Profile, we're going to talk about a unique type of match, a Japanese death match. We're talking to Mr. Saito about that, Charlie.
I'd like to thank every one of you for joining us. Thanks to our director, Jerry Finn.